Okay, so those were three more songs from our Friction World Inspiration song playlist. And the first one was Friction World itself by us, Lorenzo's Music. That's a song that we just released that is part of, well, it's supposed to be the title track for a movie project that we're working on. And when I say title track, I mean like it's pictured as the opening credit scene. It's not actually the name of it. We don't have a name for the film yet. So it's Friction World because all of them are based on a song called Slippery Friction. And they're all different variations. So if you listen to the song Slippery Friction that we released, you'll see that it's based on the same core structure Friction World is. Wow. It's funny. It's like talking about time travel, the way that I'm explaining how this concept is working. Anyway, then after that was I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins. I love the sparseness, the spookiness, and the overall sound of that song. Plus, with the way that the track goes, the guitar and the bass and everything goes bump, 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 but so does the saxophone, and it just all hits together. And that's kind of one of the things that was in Friction World, where it's like bump, there's this bridge in the middle where it goes bump, bump, and all that kind of stuff. So that's where that came from. Plus, we actually did have a baritone sax player play on the song, so that's our friend Brian, who plays baritone sax on Friction World. So that also was part of it. And I just want to say, I discovered Tom Waits, Screamin' Jay Hawkins, and some of the other artists that I'm going to play around the same time when I was really kind of being led in the direction of starting Lorenzo's Music. So this was all part of, there's a reason behind why these were the inspiration for this, because it put me in a different direction. It put me in a more experimental path than what I was doing musically. So a lot of these are kind of just me living a inspired sort of change in direction. And that's really what this whole album that we're leading up to is as well. So, and also someone discovers the song I Put a Spell on You by Screamin' Jay Hawkins every day. And I wish I could relive the experience of hearing that song for the first time again, because everybody who hears it is just blown away by it. So that was that. And then the next song was Super Fire by Girls Against Boys. That's one where I was still trying to, I don't know, I put that on the list kind of worrying that I was losing some of the rock appeal that the previous song had. And I guess I was just kind of thinking it still follows the groove. There are ways, I don't necessarily think I ended up going in the direction of that song, but it's a good song nonetheless. And that's Super Fire by Girls Against Boys. So I'm going to play a few more songs on the inspiration for our song Friction World playlist. Again, I gotta find better wording for all this, but I'll be back in a sec to tell you why I chose the next couple of songs.